I was extremely skeptical before I went into taking a deep dive for the Subhash Kapoor created and directed political thriller series Maharani, observing the fate of his previous project, Madam Chief Minister, that I felt was underwhelming, at least for the case of the material Richa Chadda's talent deserved. Sony Live and its brilliant track record of providing interesting projects motivated me anyway to check out this Huma Qureshi's startup. Maharani focuses on the political landscape of Bihar and how, due to certain circumstances, the Chief Minister of the state finds himself physically incapable of running the office. When this leads to conflict in the political party and a lust for power among the ministers, it ultimately comes to the decision of the ailing CM on who will take the reins of the state. To the shock of the ministers and the general public, the CM chooses his wife, an illiterate housemaker, Rani Bharti, played by Huma Qureshi. The journey of adjusting to this new professional life, something that she never asked for, the judgment and vitriol she faces from all angles, and finally warming up to the profession and becoming the voice of reason to tackle several problems that already exist in the state and its administration, including investigations on corruption and tackling excessive violence, forms more or less the storyline of Maharani. The series is rumored to be based on Rabri Devi's life when she became the chief minister of the state, as Lalu Yadav was embroiled in the fodder scam and had to quit. While the catalyst of the series is almost identical to the events that took place in Bihar in the 90s, the series takes many fictional routes from there onwards. So before I start the review, if as a viewer you are dissecting historical inaccuracies, then you'll find it tiring, as it is a combination of both the creative brainchild of Subhash Kapoor, the investigations of the fodder scam, and taking into consideration several social realities of the state of Bihar. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the series so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it on Sony Live or not. The underwhelming aspects. Tiring tropes. There has become a trend of characters in web series that has just become tiring and one tone. One of those that is showcased in Maharani is the Hindu godmen having illegal businesses running as they preach to the public. I totally understand the creative freedom when it comes to portraying characters in any shade, black, white or grey, but the trope is being utilized to an exhausting level. Be it Sadak 2, Ashram, or even Sony Live's own series, A Simple Murder, the portrayal of the revered man with many secrets is kind of boring now. A feature of the series that many may have not caught on and is unintentionally funny are the several animal metaphors that exist. An extremist group is motivated through a long drawn out Mendak example, or a politician compares Bihar to the constantly evolving animal that transforms from a chuha, billi to a lomdi, eventually to a khargosh and, well, a bhedia in the end. The intention is clear, but the long drawn out explanations through such examples make for some hilarious moments that aren't intended. A slow burn and simmering conclusion. Many will feel that a series like Maharani never really crescendos to keep you on the edge of your seat or make your heart skip a beat. It is designed to be a slow burn and really introduce you to the world, its characters, and the traits that are synonymous to the Bihar population. This is, in my opinion, very effective, as the series successfully transports you to the late 90s and the anarchy that is clearly visible but everyone denies. What I will agree on the criticism regarding the show is that its execution of its climax could have been designed better. You are provided information that you foreshadowed, and we move on, rather than it really being an event. So the point of the series being a constant simmer is justified, something that thankfully isn't jarring enough to decrease the overall impact of Maharani. The good. Episode titles. I'm very curious when I watch the series on how the creators name the episodes. While there are several examples of the most basic descriptions that showcase little to no effort from the creators, the recently watched Broken But Beautiful season labels its episodes by just altering movie titles, something that is just lazy rather than reflective of the show. Maharani's episode titles, however, is a combination of Sant Kabir's sayings, poems and bhajans that have often translated to vintage Hindi music of meaning as well. These titles are of value as they represent what Kabir stood for, to question the flag bearers of various social aspects who consider themselves to be the ultimate authority. Something that is reflective of even how the characters of Maharani, especially Rani Bharti, progress and evolve in the series. Authenticity. I think the biggest disappointment of the audience when it comes to the portrayal in films or series is the way they represent a particular community or state, and whether or not it is even remotely close to how individuals actually interact in real life. You have classic cases like Arjun Kapoor in Half Girlfriend or Akshay Kumar in Gold. Dialogues are delivered as caricatures of the community rather than what they actually sound like. The casting of a show like Maharani really is exemplary, as most of the cast brings out the essence of the state of Bihar. I haven't seen so many positive comments from Biharis themselves of the authenticity that this show possesses, strictly from the body language and dialogue delivery of the actors. The politics. The series successfully covers many aspects that were, and in many cases, are still hurdles for the state of Bihar and India in general. The series explores the skewed gender ratio in Indian politics and how it is reflective of the social dynamic that has persisted all over the country. The series successfully explores the blatant disregard and sexism that is spewed on women having an informed opinion and wanting change in the processes that are accepted as the norm. The series showcases the conflict in the state, the source which includes the regressive caste system, which may not be practiced today but is deeply inherent in individuals for what is communicated by generations to their own kind. The series also explores the deep-seated corruption of the system, the red tape, and the methods utilized to constantly cover up various malpractices both from a financial and basic human level. More than anything, the basic day-to-day hurdles the protagonist has to face as a mother, wife, and chief minister really puts into perspective the realities of being a woman, constantly fighting between what is expected of them versus what is right. The cast. The cast is absolutely phenomenal. I think Maharani from a performance and writing standpoint is what Tandav wanted to be, but completely lost the plot of what his core focus was. It's great to see Soham Shah consistently doing work, as he is an actor we love to see more of. He plays Bhima Bharti, the recovering chief minister, who has dedicated his life to politics, almost at the expense of his family life. His affection towards his wife and how it slowly transforms into resentment for the decisions taken by her in office is very fascinating to witness. Amit Sial as Naveen Kumar, the leader of the opposition, is a talent who always delivers. Be it Jamtara, A Simple Murder, Kathmandu Connection, the man has created a niche for himself due to the OTT revolution, and we love to see it. He has the ability to threaten and abuse with such conviction in this series, accounting for some of the most hilarious moments as well. Poetry like Tumhara Baat or Ghoda Ka Paad Sab Ek Barabar Hai can never be matched. On the topic of loving people consistently doing work, Kani Kusruti as Kaveri Sridhan, Rani's secretary, is also brilliant in the series. The individual teaches Rani the portfolio that is at hand, and their bond that develops over the course of episodes is heartwarming as well. What is lovely about the series is that it never comes across as an extension of political thrillers like Rajneeti or Sarkar, but stands tall in its own accord. Vineet Kumar as Gauri Shankar Pandey, Atul Tiwari as the governor, Inamul Haq as Parvez Alam, leading the investigation, and finally, I think the best of the supporting cast, Mohammad Ashik Hussain as Prem Kumar, all leave their mark in this series. Huma Qureshi. There is a lot of pressure when an actor bags a role that demands so much from them, and I can wholeheartedly say that Huma has done a brilliant job in this series. I mean, this is no easy ballgame. Huma has successfully been a part of fictional worlds in the UP Bihar belt, and she makes sure to convince the audience that she belongs in the world of Maharani. The gradual evolution of Rani Bharti is fascinating to witness. Twinkle Khanna in one of her videos had brilliantly observed that you see the growing confidence of Rani and the way she interacts with everyone as the episodes pass by. Similar to how the pallu of her sari covers her head initially but keeps on shifting to reveal herself as she grows more competent and aware of her responsibility. Huma is understated, effective, and doesn't let the pressure of such ample screen time get the better of her. A confident and capable performance that makes you join Rani on this arduous journey. Maharani, despite being 10 episodes long, is a political thriller definitely worth your time and investment. Its authenticity is something of a rarity in the digital space today. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the series. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.